Well, welcome back to Overbury Farms. It's the first bit of video clip from 2013 and it's Tuesday the 8th of January. I'm in a field called Middle Barn and it's a field which looks surprisingly green if you look into the distance and the horizon. There are very few green fields around at the moment, partly because it was so wet last year and a lot of winter crops weren't established. But this is actually a cover crop. It's a crop of mustard. We sowed it at about 20 kilograms per hectare. And it's following winter wheat, so it was just going straight into the winter wheat stubble and the chopped straw on the back of the Varderstadt carrier with a bio drill. So very, very cheap to establish, and yeah, really by now it should have been killed off with a frost. Really, it should all be dead. So we're going to have to come in here and spray it off, which won't be a bad thing. There's a few sort of winter wheat volunteers around. Which you can just see, so we'll need to do that. There's also a bit of black grass in here, so we'll need to spray it for that as well. And the idea of the mustard is to act as a cover crop, so all this organic manure which wouldn't have appeared in these fields, we can then use that when we incorporate it back into the soil. So all that organic manure, all that nitrogen, phosphate, potash that's been locked up by these plants through the winter months, and we've had a particularly wet winter, so a lot of those nutrients have been saved within the field structure, if you like, rather than being washed through the soil profile and into the land drains, then into the watercourses. So it's acted as a particularly good nutrient reserve. It's also acted to slow the raindrops down, so not only have we got stubble and straw on the surface, that helps to intercept the rain, but also any raindrops that are dropping on all of these leaves here, they're going to be slowed up, which reduces the physical damage of raindrops, which might sound a bit ridiculous, but raindrops in themselves can sort of seal the soil surface. Once it's sealed, if you get another rain, the next lot of rain is slower to percolate through, and that's where you can get erosion and soil runoff. And if you look at the field here, it runs down into a valley. There's one on the other side of there that we've just left in the stubble, and there's a bit of a stream that runs down through the middle of there. So it's doing quite a lot of good, and yeah, this field is destined for spring barley, a variety called tipple, which another month or two would be nice to think about getting it planted before I head off to Canada as part of my Contemporary Scholars Nuffield Conference. More blogs and YouTube shots about that later on. So here we are, mustard as a catch cover crop.